let's talk about Bali, right? Bali is the dream for us Shanghainese foreigners that want to escape the city, but also have that idyllic life. So what's been your journey in Bali? You mentioned before about property, but let's talk a little bit about that.
I went to 9 years ago where there's not much going on in the Canggu area, which now is like a crazy, busy area. And I really fall in love with Bali. Like, I like the energy. And then they say Bali is an island of gods, right? And there's something about Bali, if it likes you and welcomes you, you do have a very good experience in Bali, right? And then if the island doesn't accept you, you do not have that kind of a good experience in Bali. And I truly believe that. Bali, I don't know, it's just when I first went to Bali, I loved it. I actually wanted to open a gym there as well. This was like 9 years ago, and then that will be the second CrossFit gym probably in Bali. Just like the time didn't work out, we couldn't make it happen, but it was not meant to be for sure. And then just going back and forth in Bali, and then I always wanted to invest because, like, in the early years, you talk about the balance and the dream life, right? So I decided, especially like right before COVID, I decided like, okay, I don't care making too much money. I'm not going to chase money, but I'm going to chase life, right? So what is that looking for me? So I decided what kind of a lifestyle that I like, right? And then that lifestyle kind of saves me wherever I go, because like the lifestyle that I have right now is like very minimalist. And then that being minimalist increases the quality of life and the quality of the way I live life. So what is that? I need to have a good food, good gym, good partner, sunsets, couple beers, and then comfortable bed and a nice house, right? So this is the lifestyle that I like. And then I can literally, when it's that simplified, I can have that lifestyle anywhere I go. Do I have a gym in Shanghai? Yes. Do I have a good partner? Yes. Do I have good food? Yes. Do I have good friends? Yes. The only thing beach is missing, but then again, like, you can have it all.
You could,
right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Not anymore. That was a COVID time. Right? It's like, I don't think any of us is ever gonna go to Sanya unless there is something going on. But like, I can implement that lifestyle wherever I go. So people are like, oh, you like Bali more and Shanghai more. I'm like, look, I don't need to make that choice, because I do have a good life in Shanghai or Bali or when I go to Turkey, because my life doesn't change. I do pretty much the same thing, just the faces changes, but the things that I do and the quality of my life is like never really changes. So that was the thing. Like, first you need to understand how you want to live this life. Are you chasing money? Are you willing to give up so much for money, or you really, this is the lifestyle, this is what I need, this is what I'm going to do, and then you make that decision and move on. Right? So I think that's what I did. And then I made a plan of, okay, how am I going to get there? So and I wanted to, like, if I don't work at all, I will always work. I will always do passion projects or a little bit of this, because like, I think the moment I stop working, I'm just going to be like getting older, and my brain is not going to function the same way. And I need something. I can't just stand still. I love chilling, but I cannot stand still. I need to have something that's just going to keep me busy. So I'm like, okay, I need this much passive income for the lifestyle I want. How do I create it? What happens? And then I love Bali. I wanted to live in Bali partially anyway. I'm like, okay, close to Shanghai. I mean, close enough. And then I'm start kind of investing in Bali. I have some investments in Turkey as well. But Bali playing a big part of my plan. So starting from 2024, the idea is to split time between in Shanghai and Bali, just like taking care of the business here, Bali. So I did my first investment in before COVID. COVID hit, so it was a little bit scary at that time, but we had a good developers, which was great. And then after that, okay, I wanted to have something in a different location in Bali as well. We made it work. One of our friends is developing that one, but we didn't want to destroy land, so we got an old building, and then refurbishing that building, and then now we got a couple more little investments going on, and finally we decided to make our own house. So you learn a lot, right? When you go to Bali, you're with the builders, you know the locations, and then you start learning, okay, contractors and architect and the materials. Still don't know much about materials, to be honest with you, but what kind of a house that you want to live in, and then the cost of it is so much lower than Europe and the US. Still the market is very, very good, and the returns are great. So the investment in Bali real estate or any kind of business you want to open, if it's going to be successful, Bali is still a very, very good investment.
What would we be looking at if we were going there with some starting capital?
Depends what you want to do.
You just want to buy your first property in Bali and grow from that.
Buy first property or build first property?
Let's do both. Let's do buy and build.
Let's say buying would be, there's a lot of good prices available right now in Bali. I mean, there are some studios around 115,000. There are some 2-bedroom small villas, 80 square meter. These 2 bedrooms, they're around 150, 180. And the return is the most impressive part of the Bali, right? The returns are realistic, I would say 10% guaranteed up to the taxes, which is but it goes up to 15, 16%. I think the most realistic would be if you don't want to be very disappointed or okay, 10% a year is good. 12% is is still very, very reasonable. And then it can go up to 15 depending on your investment, the location, and the house you build or to buy. But I think if you want to live in Bali, if you want to buy a something decent 2-bedroom, that should cost you around 250. Between 180 to 250, you can get something very decent.
Is this dollars or
US?
Yeah, that's really interesting numbers, which aren't really out there. Right? A lot of people show the actual lifestyle of Bali and it's so idyllic. And so apart from that, what else can people be looking at with Bali? Because there's kind of 2 ways of looking at it. You got property or you're a digital nomad there, but what else is out there?
Everything. Honestly, whatever you can think of right now, you can do in Bali. Also, what is good about Bali is the vibe in Bali is very, very different. And then Ubud have a different vibe. Uluwatu have a different vibe. Canggu have a different vibe. Seminyak have a different vibe. So you're in the same place and then you drive your scooter for an hour and then you're completely in a different vibe. Even the type of people changes because different vibe attracts different people, right? Canggu, I think, is the biggest fitness hub in the world. I would easily say that the amount of gyms, the amount of quality gyms, and the healthy food, it's just available literally every corner. I mean, you get on your scooter, you go anywhere you want in 10, 15 minutes. Beach is always 5 to 15 minutes. The beaches are mostly wavy. It's a volcanic sand as well, especially in Canggu. So for surfers are amazing. Bali had one of the best sunsets in the world. Just sitting there and then sipping a beer or coffee or coconut and then just watch it and take pictures. And there is so many different expats are coming as well. There is more and more people actually living in Bali now. And there is more and more schools are opening in Bali. And then Bali have a couple really world-famous schools as well. So I think it's going to be more attractive for more and more people as well. Just move down and live there. even if not living, just because COVID made people realize there is, people can work from everywhere depending on what they're doing, right? So I think that opened up a lot of doors for a lot of people, at least partially living in Bali. So I meet a lot of people live in Dubai, come to Bali for 2 months because one of my friends was teaching photography online, right? And digital marketing. So he can like literally be there in the morning, 2 hours, do his thing, go to gym, chill in the evening, great food. People are happy. You know, that is the most attractive thing for me in Bali. You walk on the street, everybody smiles. You go with your scooter, there is a smile on people's faces. Like, it's just nice feeling. You know, you leave the house, nice and warm, people are happy, you got good gym, good food, you're meeting very interesting people, and people are very open-minded to do business together. So let's say we meet and then you have this in mind and I'm like, hey, I just met a guy like who's actually building a villa. Why don't you talk to him? Like constant connection, consistently trying to help as well. Because like nobody's expecting anything from me. Not a lot of people goes to Bali, oh, I need to make ends. People go to Bali, they either really enjoy the lifestyle, and the lifestyle can be very cheap in Bali too. I mean, okay, real estate is 2-3 times more expensive than before COVID, but the food, the scooters, everything is like, there's a very good quality, cheap life still available there. Shanghai used to be like that, right? So I think that's the beauty of it. Like what attracts me is the positive vibes, the beach, and then the healthy lifestyle that which fits how I want to live. So that's why Bali. Thailand, not a big fan. Not a big fan. I mean, the beaches are great, but the vibe is the same. You go from one place to another one, like a similar restaurant. Okay, you can beat the food. Thai food is amazing, but it's not. I find a little bit more, not a lot of excitement for me, but it's a beautiful place to go visit. I'd rather to go to Bali, Thailand for like a week, enjoy, hang out with my friends. I think it's a great getaway, but the lifestyle was, Bali speaks to me a little bit more, and Shanghai speaks to me a little bit more as well, because Shanghai is still a very vibrant city, and I truly feel excited coming back, hanging out with my community, teaching. So when people, like I said earlier, people ask me, Bali or Shanghai, I'm like, you can compare. I like both. I mean, I enjoy what I have here, and I also enjoy what I am. You don't need to always make a decision. So that's where the balance comes in, right? So when you work hard and then create something that which is going to allow you to earn that freedom, then you can do that as well. It's not like I'm going to Bali and doing nothing. I still do stuff. Those are the dreams that I had, right? And then, but for me to be able to do that, it took me around like a literally 9 to 10 years, and the COVID and everything, I needed to go through that hard time to be able to balance that. When I'm here, I truly enjoy this. When I'm there, I'm not really worried about Shanghai anymore because I do work with good people who is taking care of the gym when I'm not here, right? So the balance needs to be earned, but at the beginning of your journey, not really, not so much.
We've gone full circle. I think we've done it right. And I think 10 years, I think that's a great thing to end on. Like 10 years to really get good at something, whether it be business, fitness, and it's got to be consistent. Building communities, building property portfolios, Bali, Shanghai, wherever it is. People, we discussed this before the pod actually, it's like you've got to put in the time and the working hard. You've got to get it done. If you love the Panda Profits and you watch this channel, please show some Panda love and become a part of the growing number of viewers on this channel that have hit that subscribe button. It helps a lot, and the bigger the channel, the bigger the gets.